Hey guys, it's FanofFans47 here with another update to my camera collection. And as you can see, I have gotten lots of new cameras since the last update. And yeah, so we'll just go right from the start with my Kodak DC240 zoom. I believe this one's only 1 megapixel, and it does not record video. It's pictures only. So we'll go ahead and turn it on here. You can see the battery is low, so it won't really let me do anything, as you can see, but the lens will come out and it does turn on. So yeah, it's got a very loud motor. Next up is my Nikon Coolpix A95. This one I picked up at a yard sale for about 25 bucks, a bit overpriced in my opinion, but it does work. It's in pretty good condition. This one is, how many megapixels is this? Does it say? Oh, it's actually 3.2 megapixels, and it records video at 640 by 480 at, I believe, 10 frames per second with no sound. And the lens comes out. You can see it works. It's got a very tiny little screen. I guess it's better than nothing. And it does have a little lens cap, as you can see. Next up is my Flip Ultra HD. Model U32120. This is the 120-minute 8GB model with the 60 frames per second capabilities, so we'll go ahead and turn it on here. I found this for a really good deal on eBay, brand new, for about, it was like 40 bucks, I think. But yeah, it's in pristine condition. And by the way, this is 1280 by 720 resolution, and it does not take pictures. Next up is the Vivitar Vivicam 7022. This is another camera that I got from the thrift store, and I recently replaced the batteries in this, so we'll go ahead and turn it on here. Has a cute little startup jingle. You can see this one works just fine. It even has a macro switch on it. You can see it works. And it is a fixed lens, so it doesn't come out. This one is 7 megapixels. I think it's actually 7.1. And it records video at 640 by 480 at 20 frames per second. And next up is my Olympus Comedia C4000 zoom. No, this is not an ultra zoom, as it may look like one, but it only has 3 times zoom. This one is 4 megapixels, and it records video at 320 by 240, I believe. It's either 10 or 15 frames per second. We'll go ahead and turn it on here. Yeah, see what I mean? It kind of looks like one of those ultra zoom cameras, but it's actually really not. Let's see, it works fine, but it does have a very loud autofocus motor. Got a bit of a delay shutdown there. And this one also has a lens cap. And I'll move on to this side so it's easier. Next up is my very destroyed Canon Powershot A95. Now, it actually didn't come like this. I actually broke into the camera to try to do some repairs and unfortunately failed. And you'll see why when I turn it on. See, you get this weird pink streaking effect and you can't even see anything. Although the lens may look fine, I have no idea what the problem is. I'm going to have to look into that further. Oh, by the way, this one is 5 megapixels and it records video at 640 by 480 in 30-second segments. And next to that, on the very contrary side, is a much newer and nicer camera, the Canon Powershot SX130IS. This one has a built-in optical stabilizer. This one I got at a yard sale for only $2, and I gotta say, I think I really underpaid for this thing. This thing is really nice. It's 12.1 megapixels, and it records video at 1280 by 720 at 30 frames per second with image stabilization. You can see it works, and the flash comes up like that. You can see now it says flash auto. But yeah, this thing is really nice. And it's got a quiet lens motor, so that's a bonus. And next up is another camera that I got from the thrift store. This is a HP Photosmart 735 3.2 megapixel digital camera. And this one also records video at, I think it's 640 by 480, or it could be 240. I don't remember exactly. I'll turn it on here. Takes a little while. There it goes. This is another one of those cameras where after you turn it on, the screen is off by default. And in order to enable the screen, you have to hit this little camera button right here. And now as you can see, it's showing what's on the lens. So that's interesting. There you go. And the speaker makes a little popping noise after it shuts off for some reason. And last but not least, I got this one just a few days ago. This is a very small, it looks big on camera, but it's actually really small in real life. This is a Olympus Comedia D435 with a fixed lens. This one's 5.1 megapixels and it records video at 320 by 240 at 30 frames per second. And yeah, as you can see, it wants me to set the date and time because I think this thing has a bad CMOS battery. And what that is basically a battery that remembers the date and time and a bunch of other settings in the camera. So I think that battery in this camera happens to just be bad. So, oh well. What do you expect? I found it at the thrift store. But yeah, so that concludes this update video, and thank you for watching. Peace out.